Um, there, we are live. All right, so we have a small crew today. A couple of our players are out. Three of our current players, out. We're bringing in a new one. Three of our players are out due to illness or got other things happening, but we have got to get this game back on the ground. It's been almost 3 months since we've had a game going. So I want to at least wrap up this side quest version of everyone on Wildmount of like I guess I want since Captain Hashna's not here, it's the B team. It's if Captain Hashna's with the team, I assume it to be the A team. So basically last we had the Dragnar misjumped and had to make an emergency landing on Wildmount, which is basically a truck stop in space along a trade route. It hits like it's right in the space lane of like three major trade routes. But there's nothing else really going on here. It's just a giant truck stop. No industry, no agriculture. Because I guess did we ever finally get done arguing whether it was thin or no atmosphere? One thing says it's thin atmosphere. One thing says it's no atmosphere.
I think
go by the traveler map.
I think you guys.
That's what Jeremy told you. That's the one that's current, and the other one is,
the traveler map says no atmosphere.
The guy who lives in his basement.
I know, but you know what? It made more sense for my part of the game for it to have an atmosphere, so we could talk without back suits. It has a very
back suits.
Yeah. Not comms. I'm talking. Take the helmet off and talk.
So for those who might watch this, it's because Matthew's tired of the pandemic and he doesn't want another mask.
You anti-vax suit.
Anti-vax suit.
Yeah, you're anti-vax.
I've done my research. I've done my research on Facebook, and it says that I can have an atmosphere. But yeah, I think we established that it was going to be a thin atmosphere, so you would need like breathers. So I just didn't want that extra danger element in it. I a vacuum of space, no air. And then I wanted also like someone to see somebody on the ride on a next rise and go, "Hey," and get heard.
So since we're not using comms, everybody when you talk, just put your hand over your mouth. Like you have
break out your Bane voice.
Pretend you're Darth Vader. I was born to the darkness. Nice. And the trailer for Batman was right in front of it. I'm a little excited for the Batman trailer. I am. That's gonna. I'm excited. I like it. I like the look of it. Look at James. He's like,
all right. No.
I don't want to get my hopes up because I don't want them crushed. So,
I'll give potential.
Just keep it low.
I haven't seen anything, but I'll give potential because we had Spider-Man. Then we had Spider-Man. Then we had Spider-Man. And then finally we had Spider-Man in the Marvel movies, and it was good. All right. Then they went Spider-Verse, which I haven't seen, so I don't know what to judge on that. Maybe. But Batman, really we've had Batman, we've had Batman. And really, the Batman movie that I liked had Adam West in it. Okay? I'm tired.
Ow! You just aged yourself.
What, you never heard of YouTube?
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Nice. I like the look of it. And a lot of people give Robert Pattinson shit, and I always tell them, go watch The Lighthouse and come back to me. You'll say you're sorry. But you know, I think he'll do really good with it. I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway, we the ship had to go under some repairs. We know that Captain Hashna and the rest of the people that were on the Martin II got back on Exy, got off in the launch, and I guess is trying to get like towards one of the cargo haulers, one of the other two ships, the Scout or the cargo haul. The cargo hauler is going to be able to fit the launch, no problem. So that's like 6 parsecs away. So that's the last you'd heard from them, was like they were supposed to get up on the. You were actually supposed to pick them up, but you're guessing option B is that they're going to do that. Anyway, you misjumped 6 parsecs away. You're here on this truck stop of a planet, getting some repair work done. The banker guy makes a deal with you to go check out this ship that also just recently crash landed, like right after you guys got here, but actually crash landed to go secure the vessel. And offer to waive your repair and refueling fees to go basically just sit on this ship until he can get an actual salvage crew together, which should be like hours a day at the most. So he sent you guys out there on a skiff, like a grav truck, basically. You guys are rolling around the area. You see the subsidized merchant was basically a giant tube with wings on it, 400-ton displacement. It's big. It's like we were saying, like a Hercules aircraft. It's a big cargo plane, a big cargo ship. Not as big as some of them can be. There's some of them that are thousands of tons displacement, but amongst the smaller traders and stuff like that, this is kind of a big deal. This ship is. They're the Hercules. They're the workhorses of the space trade industry. They're very modular. Usually the upper deck is devoted to like cabins and stuff like that, and the lower decks are like big, huge cargo holds. So it has like dual roles. It can take on a lot of really cool passengers and get some money that way, or it can haul a lot of cargo and make some money that way. So you guys saw like the wings have been torn off. It skidded like about half a kilometer along the planet's surface, got into the shallow depression. The planet we all described as very taupe. There's not a lot of discoloration amongst anything else. It's I don't want to say sandy, but like rocky, sort of arid, terrain, I guess.
Lost in space, rubber suit time. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So varying degrees of like red rocks and taupe. Mars, I guess, something like that. So, I believe Teledrift detected some animal sort of life signs on the ship. And then you guys also detected like a group of people like on a rise outside of the depression that the ship basically settled in. They were up on a rise, so under like some all weather blankets, those shiny Mylar blankets kind of deal. Looked like they're in distress. You guys landed a little bit away from them, I guess like 30 meters or so away from them. And then like they pulled off the blankets and they had rifles and they're like blam 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 blam, like not even asking questions, talking, blam blam blam, just flat out got ambushed. So that's where we left off. Professor Davian, you are not here with us yet. We will bring you in fairly shortly, but basically I'm going to have to NBC a bunch of the players as we have a firefight right at the beginning. So everybody get out there.
If you want to send me and James one of the PCs, we can double up.
I don't have them, so yeah.
All right.
Do you know what I've done for the past 3 weeks? I'm not even sure what I've done from the past 3 weeks. I am wired for sound and completely brain dead.
Nice. So yeah.
No, not nice, Matthew. It sucks.
trying to be nice, but okay. So let me get my dice roller out here.
What do we do? Are we doing 1d6 for initiative?
No, it's
We're not
2d6
doing initiative.
plus-
I'm getting a free shot, and you guys are going to eat it.
Shot, but
And then we're going
go
to roll
to
initiative. Yeah,
It's going to be 2d6 plus either your dexterity or your intelligence modifier. Your choice.
Yeah. And I'm cat killer, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be dex.
Yeah.
You don't want to go the smart route.
No.
Nice. So yeah,
That's
basically
the way you hold the crayon, right?
That's right.
So basically, I'm
into the gun.
Yeah, I'm taking your dex bonus, your dex die modifier, adding it to my difficulty to shoot. That's basically how it's harder for me to hit. What's Cat Killer's die modifier on dex?
0.
That's what I thought. Give me just a moment. I think Dune is still playing on my phone. Stop.
It is. I can hear it.
There we go. You can hear it, right?
I can.
God. It's like, shut up, Paul. Little whiny bastard. Okay. So, one guy laying on the ground with like shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. So guy completely misses Cat Killer with like an assault rifle. Let's see. Let's roll for. Oh, what's your dex modifier, Sir Lackerty? 1. Just missed you. I mean, it was very close. So just skinned right by you, like peeled the paint on your helmet there a little bit. Linda's character is hit. Nat, I believe her name. Ev got drilled. Ev got hit hard. And Teldrift got missed. So, Ev.
Doesn't Ev get a modifier for being so thin?
Nice try to recover.
I'm not trying to recover. I'm trying to keep it alive.
Oh, man. That was...
Oh, if she got hit, I'm going to start calling her Chunky.
Oh, my God. I'm ignoring this. But hey...
For
my God!
Playing at home.
There's an edit, right? Like,
yeah.
We can edit this out.
This is
awkward.
awkward.
You don't need an edit so much as you need a bleep tool.
So, Ev's character. Ooh, this is going to hurt. Plus the effect.
Ow!
Crap.
Yeah.
Roll low.
Yeah. I didn't. I'm sorry. And then
no, not to hit. I mean for damage. Roll low for damage.
Didn't. I did. Well, I did for Ev. Melinda's character, not so much. Jeez. Does anybody have Nat's NPC character? Or did she make that? She rolled that one up. That's her own character, right?
I don't know.
What was she playing?
Natalie, Nat something. Nat Kingsley. I don't think that was one of your NPCs.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Got it. All right, so Ev's endurance is high. I know her endurance is really high because she was on the gravity dungeons for a while, basically involuntarily working out. So I'm going to say I got most of her endurance down, but not all of it. However, Melinda's character I've hit for 21 points of damage. So even if I take an endurance of 8, knock that off. Like her. So she is down. Like she's hit and she goes down. You don't know what happened to Nat. Nat just boop down, and she just drops
has
like
a
a
very
sack of potatoes.
exceptional crew. She just happens to be minimally exceptional.
Wow.
Exactly. Well, she got hit hard. She basically really got hit hard. So that all happened. Some other, everybody else got missed. You got missed. Teledrift got missed. Nat's character went down hard. But Ev got hit, but she didn't go down. I think she's wearing a back suit too, which is going to soak up a bunch. So yeah, your guys' go. There are 5 people armed on beds, on like little mattresses, kind of like they're laid out like prone kind of deal.
Now, just to make sure I understand, we're just supposed to scavenge materials.
You're supposed to. Your official mission is to watch the place, just basically secure the area until the salvage crew comes by.
Secure the area. I got it. We're good. We're good.
I understand you flipping that and confusing it. I get it. Cat Killer team.
Got it.
Kind of give you a visual on Cat Killer Steve, Chris. I envision this like being Michael Clark Duncan in a really tight back suit. So there's a lot of where we going to go now, boss. That kind of a deal. And like if this wall moves, this wall wearing a back suit moves. That's Cat Killer Steve. He's huge. He's just a mountain of a man. So yeah. What do you guys have got for
initiative?
For initiatives?
I have an 11.
Oh, that's nice. I got a 9.
You want me to roll for Ev?
I got him.
Okay.
Cat Killer's got a 9. You got an 11. Go, Alacrity.
Okay, which I did. So the first shot's a 12, unnatural.
All right, that's a nice hit. Excellent.
I'm doing full auto, and I'm just like raking all the silver blankets. Yeah, take as many down as I can, as fast as I can. The next shot was a 9.
Okay.
I don't know.
I see what you're doing.
Modifiers.
No.
Okay. And then the last shot is an 11, so I really did well.
Yes, you did. So you took the 3 auto fire and just did 3 different shots. Good job.
Yes, correct.
Hit 3 different targets. Okay.
Oh. And now I'm pulling out another die as I drop one under the bed because I'm brilliant. Okay. 11 plus 9. 20 points of damage on the first one.
Bloop.
Second set. 9. 18 on the second one.
18 is very close to a bloop.
Oh, wait a second. On the first one, I had a 12, so that's actually... Well, he's already dead. 18, yeah. I had a 9. Is there any effect? Is there a +1?
+1 effect.
So 19.
19, yeah.
Okay, so the last one, if I remember right, I got 11.
So it's +3.
+3 equals 15, 16, +3, 19.
19. So even taking off their back suits, 6. So yeah, one is definitely down. The second one's not inactive, but he's shot all to hell. And the third one is kind of like the same way, but like he's gonna die. Kind of a deal.
And I immediately use Natalie as cover.
Nice.
It's Alacrity. What did you expect?
Nothing less. Nothing less. On point.
I just need to mark that. I just need to mark that for the edit. I want to be decent. I mean, shit. But I know. Concept is alien to you. I get it, but work with me.
If you didn't know, Chris, I'm running literally a sociopath.
Noted.
And I told him that when I made the character.
And he's not like edgelord character. It's just like, which identity am I going to be today? Not only like mentally, but like literally, which ID am I going to use? Yeah. Jason Bourne in space, basically. So yeah. All right. So that was a lot. I believe. Yeah. Cat Killer Steve has the next go. You have an assault rifle as well, right?
Yeah. ACR. Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
and I've got some grenades.
Ooh, and they are in a nice tight group.
They are in a nice tight profile. So yeah. So I see Alacrity open fire, so that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
That's my crew.
Boss
is my crew.
Boss shot, so I shot, boss.
That's right.
Boss pulled the trigger.
So I got a frag grenade. I can toss.
we got to get Cat Killer or Pig.
What do I roll on that? Is that under explosives?
Now is the ACR is the assault rifle have like an ACR grenade launcher, or are you just throwing the grenade?
I think it's just throwing the grenades.
I think it's I don't know. It says ACR. It's all kind of under ACR. I can send you a clip.
Hold on. I have the magic book.
Thank you.
Allow me. Because
thank you. I think it does have like
the brain dead guy to figure it out, but he shall.
Oh my god.
Oh, hush. Advanced combat rifle. Military units, battlefield sight, light amplification, passive IR, visual magnification, laser range fire. Weapon is gyroscopically stabilized during firing. A sling is provided. Muzzle, blah. Oh, it includes integral flash suppressor and adapter for launching a 40mm ram shoot-through grenade. I'm going grenade launcher on 142. I'm going there. Yeah, I'm going there.
Yeah,
142. Auxiliary grenade launcher. Oh, range is only 100 meters.
But it counts as a heavy. It counts as a heavy weapon, though. That 142 is the heavy weapon section, right?
No, sighting aids and accessories.
Okay. Oh well, counts. Yeah, because it's shooting it from the rifle. So use your gun combat skill. Yeah.
Which one? I got two. I got
Slug
energy
thrower.
and slug.
Slug. This will be slug.
Oh, big slug. That's even better. That's even better.
Big slug.
Right. Oh baby. All right. 9 + 2 is 11. To hit.
What is the
I see your 5D frag over a 9-meter radius, which is everybody. Everybody takes 5D frag damage. Yeah, I did specifically. I see your character sheet.
Yeah,
Betty, I did put that under the ACR, so it's counted as a mount on the ACR. So good job.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to hit us, am I?
No. You're 30 meters away when you shot, so yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's 10. That's 20. Then do I add anything to that?
What did you make the shot by? What was your roll to hit?
11 to hit.
So plus 3. Add another plus 3.
23.
23 to everybody?
Everybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So those other two that you hit that weren't down are now down. And then we got 2 more that are in a lot of pain. They're in a lot of pain.
I'm not really seeing them continuing to breathe.
Yeah, I'm gonna say after Pedro and Ev gets done with them, let me make some shots for them. They get their turns in.
I just had a bad thought.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was figuring Ev should close and turn them into pretzels.
I know. Well, Pedro
she'll eat them alive.
Pedro just barely missed. I mean, he got really close to one, but Ev shot one, and it's down.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how many are left?
We have one left.
Can it return fire?
I'm gonna go with yes. So it can. Who am I gonna hit?
Well, I do have Natalie for cover, so if you want to shoot at me,
I mean. I'm gonna breathe. But anyway, so yeah. So you got like your gun laid across like her hip, I guess. Basically, you got like in the swell of her hip, and like yeah. So along her back,
yeah,
it goes up. So that happened.
Return fire.
Yes, you may.
All right, so I'm gonna full auto on that son of a bitch. I'm just gonna use the auto as a modifier, so that'll give me +3, +4 with my dex, for a grand total of a 10. So that only gives me +2 on the modifier, or on the effect. And oh shit. Okay. That's 17. That's 21 +2, 23 points of damage. Is it down?
Oh yeah. It's down. Yeah. You shot it like in the. Yeah. You shot it like in the bottom of its foot, and it tumbled up into its brain from the bottom of its foot, so it's dead.
Awesome. I'm gonna sling the rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out the pistol in my left hand. Pull out Voice of the Ancients in my right. That's my axe.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure they all have splitting headaches.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I can't. Did you identify the people? No, sir. There were no heads. I don't know where their heads went. They all came out of the ship with no heads.
I'm not removing their heads. I'm just dividing their thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got we have like 5 crew out here. Basically, they look like spacer crew, but like their suits are like really run down. Like they need like new suits. They're all wearing like this, huh?
Do they have I know they have radiation counters on the suits. How bad are they?
Oh, yeah, like a couple of them have expired. They're ready, like it's gone black. You know, couple of them are still in like the purple. You know, like 75%. No, but the suits are just they're just ratty looking. You know, they're all the same color. They're all like the same color of like X-Wing pilot orange. You know, basically is the same kind of color, and they have like the patch on there. You know, the FNS Barnum. You know, and like a big top kind of a symbol on the patch. You know, like a circus kind of a deal. Not the most beautiful crew you've ever seen. You're not sure if some of the radiations cause some mutations among some of these poor people, because there's like a lot of them. with like barely their hair. Looks like they don't wash a lot, missing a few teeth. Carnies, space carnies is literally what I'm looking at. What you're looking at, like it's like you took a bunch of like carnies, put them in some ratty ass spacesuits. That's what you got.
So I'm going to go ahead and start searching closer to the ship.
Okay, and Teledrift's kind of beside you. He's holstering his weapon. He's like, whoa, easy there, big guy. I'm still picking up, like, I know there's a lot of animals on that ship, but I'm still picking up like 2 humans on that ship.
All right, so I'll keep my gun out.
Okay. So you keep your gun out, and you there's like remember I said the cargo, the airlock was like about 20 meters up, and I want to say it has like one of those airplane kind of slide kind of things, like during a crash, it has like the inflatable chute that they can slide down. So you can, climb up that, if you want. It's going to be awkward. You're climbing up an inflatable ladder. It's going to be as awkward as it sounds. I don't think anybody has grab belts or anything like that. Not yet. I know those things are expensive, right?
110,000 credits.
Right? That's like, I know, like Harkonnen. Harkonnen wasn't, that wasn't just, he just had one. He had to pay for that. But, so yeah. So how are we getting up there?
So, let me see what we got.
Well, you do boarding file style and boarding party style, and obviously Cat Killer goes first because he is our.
But the problem is, it's like 20 meters up, so it's like 60 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
How are we getting up to it, to the airlock?
What do we?
Well, all right. Let's look at the ship. Is there any other access ports? Maybe not open.
There is the one on the other side, but it's in the ground. Remember, it's on like a 30-degree tilt. So like this open one's up in the air, and the other one's basically in the ground.
It like half buried, or is it completely buried and you got to dig 15 feet? Or
yeah, like that. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Like the ladder.
And
is there anything in the flyer that we brought out here?
I mean, you could kind of like.
Yeah.
With the flyer, just kind of.
Can I? Yeah, hover up.
You're the flyer of the flyer anyway, Cat Killer. You're the only one with the flyer skill, I believe.
Well, then let's do it.
So yeah, you can basically just kind of park it right outside the airlock and just hop in.
That's not true. I got a -3.
You got a -3?
No.
Are we going to go with that? I'm going to go with a -3.
Technically,
no,
-2.
No.
Jack of all trades. Yeah.
No.
Okay,
I got this.
roll your flyer skill.
Sit down, pretty boy. Sit down, pretty boy.
Oh my God, Selma, I got this ball. But
6 plus 1 is 7.
Plus your dex. No dex bonus.
No
dex bonus. Oh, so you're very close. The ladder. You're very close, but like the ladder, the inflatable ladder is kind of in your way. So you're parked out like a good, I want to say 4 feet away from the entrance. So it's like it's a broad jump from the air car to the entrance.
I stabbed the ladder.
Huh?
I stabbed the ladder. Try again.
Okay. Try. And you see the ladder. So I got sound effects.
All right, that one's a 9.
Nice. So you slide right over towards it. You're like, that's what you needed.
Yep. Looks good.
Yeah.
Let's
Now pull the lock in place.
You pull up right beside it. Yeah. So like there's like the magnetic locks on the car just basically just suck up to the side of the ship, so you can leave it here, you know.
Okay.
So everybody can walk in. So I'm assuming everybody, you know, like Teledrift. I mean, everybody else out here is dead. You know,
it's been what 5-10 rounds.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a medic roll.
I was going to say I don't
0.
have
How's Natalie?
Now you're You done bleeding yet?
I poke her with a sword.
Shit.
Oh, we lost Matt.
Woo! I needed a minute.
That's like, oh shit.
Anyway, yeah, she's dead. By the time you get to her, she's starting to smell, I imagine. But
you do realize that I poked her with a sword to see how she was.
I will say she died instantly. I will put that in my notes.
No, what?
I mean, how about close to instantly? Close to.
Well, I'm gonna go with close to instantly. Very close to instantly. Oh my god.
There we go.
I really hope she's not subscribed to this channel and can watch further episodes. But anyway, so we're going into the ship. So we're going. So I'm basically just, I'm like, I imagine everybody's going in. Is there any reason for Ev or Teledrip to stay outside?
No, I'll go in first.
Okay, makes sense. Cat killer makes sense. And Teledrift wants to be kind of like right behind you, kind of like, you know, do like the side scan kind of thing. And he's like basically all the life signs are down in the cargo area. He's like, you know, there's a lot of animal signs, and then like I'm picking up 2 humans. Is basically what he's picking up.
How difficult is traversing this internal corridor since everything's on what, a 30-degree tilt?
Yeah, it's like an Adam West Batman show. Everybody's like this. You know? It won't suck.
Does Ev want to go towards the
Galley.
Check out the nav computers and see if she can get some readings off the computers? That way we can take her out of combat.
Galley's on the way to the bridge, right? Yeah.
She's got to pass by the pantry.
Take some snacks.
Get some snacks.
Oh my god.
Here,
man.
Here, I'll give you some time to recover here. I'll go get another drink.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, she can go to the she can go to the bridge via the galley and check that out for you and start downloading your information. But she Teldrift's like, yeah, we should really like see he's really like weirded out by what's going on in the cargo bay, because it's like like in the last episodes, like there's alien readings that he's never encountered before. He's like, I don't know what's down there, but it doesn't register as human on his you know, mental size scanner kind of a deal. So yeah.
Are we stealthing?
Are you stealthing? Are you? I don't know.
I'm stealthing.
As only a 300-pound muscular man can do in a vac suit with mag boots.
Shoot off a grenade outside and then stealth on inside. They're never gonna know.
Boom! Shh.
We're being really quiet.
Do you want to roll your stealth?
Sure, I rolled my stealth. I got an 11.
Nice. So you're not clunk along on your mag boots. You turned off your mag boots and are like using handrails to move along the passageway rather than letting your mag boots keep you up, you know, keep you upright. So you're kind of using the handrails and walking along, kind of a deal. working your way towards the cargo hold, which isn't far from this particular entrance from the airlock that you guys came in. Sir Lackady, are you going to the cargo hold as well, or are you heading up to the bridge?
We're not going to. Ooh, run Highguard or on Ev. She's got teledrift.
Teledrift's the thing.
Yeah, I'll run Highguard on Ev.
Nice. Okay, so you go up there with her and get that done. She stops and gets some. Was it the Boom Chicka Pop version of Traveler Snacks? The space popcorn, and so she's just like munching along as she's going on down the hallway. She's like,
Groat biscuits.
There you go, Groat biscuits. Nice. Groat jerky, some nice Groat jerky. So you're right outside like the cargo. You work your way down to like the cargo door, the main cargo door from the interior cargo door, not the cargo door that goes to the outside of the ship, but like if you were coming from the bridge and stuff like at the interior of the ship to the cargo hold. It's like a fairly large hatch. He's tells us like he's like, how about I crack it open and you cover.
Sounds good.
He's like, there's a lot of stuff in there. It's really kind of wigging me out. I'll be honest with you, and I don't know what's all in there, but it's kind of funky. So he let me make his. I know he's got an electronics roll. Let me make an electronics roll for him He's basically trying to supply power to the lock because I remember I said the power's down on the ship. So let me make a roll for him to do that. Ooh, nice. So yeah, he basically like plugs in his little tablet, supplies just enough power to the console to hit the hatch open, and the hatch it just like boom pops open. It doesn't do like the slow rise kind of a deal. Just and it's open. And you're looking in, there's like a miasma of creatures in here. It's like a menagerie. You know, it's just like all these creatures are like in all kinds of different containment tanks. There's cages. There's like aquariums. Aries. All kinds of stuff is just in this huge cavernous sort of cargo bay. And on like a gantry overlooking the masses of cages and ships are two people. There's one person with like human female with, I want to say like olive skin, but like long shimmery blue hair, like straight long blue hair comes down to about the middle of her back. And she's in the middle of the gantry and she is talking to, introduce yourself, Professor Davian.
Well, I am.
Shoot him now. It's the only way you can live out your fantasy of divorce without any financial difficulty.
Nice.
Nice. So I'm kind of skinny, short, painfully skinny, thinning brown hair, dressed professionally, and I look like your standard young professor. So that's where I want to be on that.
Okay. Now the lady with the blue hair is also holding a creature in her arms. Looks kind of like. Looks kind of just like cradling in its arms. Where'd it go?
Mm-hmm.
Ev ate it.
I know. Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Ev. We're talking about Ev, right? Where'd it go?
Have her and I noticed that they've broken in?
You just see. Well, you guys are like in the middle of a conversation with each other. Actually, make me a recon roll.
Okay.
See how
So
deep in the. Because she's like really, really pretty, Professor.
Got it.
You might be a little
I'm preoccupied. I rolled a 2.
Might be. See?
Because it's 2d6, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
2d6.
I rolled a 2. 2.
Doggone it, I cannot get this to come up. It looks. I guess I'm going to have to do this the crude way. All right. So that thing on the left, the thing with the butterfly wings and like the little chihuahua / monkey body, I guess. That thing on the left is in its arms, and the girl with the blue hair's arms.
Okay.
What's it called again? You cut out.
Oh,
Yeah, we can see
you
it.
know it. You know it as a nibbin.
Nibbin.
Yeah. Yeah, you know it as a nibbin.
Nibbin. Got it.
All right. So I'm going to come through the door first and look up and I'll shout out. Well, they don't have any weapons, so I'm not even going to, there's nothing to drop your weapons.
Yeah, they don't seem to be armed. Do you have your sidearm on, Professor Davian?
I do, but I don't have it. Like
Drawn.
I don't. Yeah, I'm drawn, so it's holstered.
Got it. And she has like basically, she's not armed, but she has like basically like a baton strapped to the side of her leg. That kind of a deal. So, but yeah, let me roll her recon because basically it could have been like his back is turned to you. See if she notices you. She should have been facing you. So let's do that. Yeah, she sees you and her eyes go wide and she's like, "Oh, I think we've been rescued." And she turns she like makes the motion for you to turn around, Professor Damien. And you see this great
turn around very politely, like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I assume you all are the authorities.
So you see Cat Killer, who's this big burly guy who's got half of his left side of his face is cybernetic. He's got a cybernetic left arm all the way up to the shoulder, like with a weapon out. And I'll just kind of over my shoulder, I'll be like, "Do I shoot him?"
Oh,
Teledrift.
Teldra's like, that's a really good question. Man, I wish Captain Hoshna was here to tell me these kind of things. But let's not shoot him. Let's not shoot him yet. Let's find out. Maybe they can tell us what all these things are in here. So he's like, let's go in. But Teldrift does radio Sir Alacrity, and they made contact with the two people here. It looks like and lets you know what they've seen so far, Sir Alacrity. Basically, it's like a menagerie in here of all kinds of different space alien creatures, and two people looks like maybe caretakers. But yeah,
I'm gonna
take them prisoner.
Can we climb down, because I'd really like to get up in their face, shake hands, say hi, make some introductions, rather than
basically how it is like you're on like a catwalk that leads right to their hatch. You're like overlooking all the cages and stuff. You're up you're up probably about a good 30 feet off the floor of the cargo hold.
Got it.
You know. But yeah, you can literally walk like the 40 or 50 feet that's going to be to get to the hatch. Walk straight over and like shake hands or what have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey. Like, drop your gun.
Oh, I don't have
Slide it over.
Okay. I don't even know if this is loaded, so
Just set it down. The other end. Hold it by the other end. Hang on. Just set it down.
Don't hold it by the end. That'll hurt you. That'll hurt you.
Right.
There you go. Just
I don't fire this often. You wanted me to just leave this here then? Is that how we're doing this?
Yeah. Just keep. Come on.
Leave it on the gantry. Yeah, just leave it on the gantry. Walk forward. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Hi, I'm Professor Davian Arter, and I assume you all are part of some sort of Imperium forces or local authorities. Smile.
Yeah. We're working with the local authorities.
Oh, wonderful.
What does Teledurf say?
Tilder's basically relaying the information to you about what he says, about what he's seen.
Yes, we're Imperial agents, and do what we say or we shoot you.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Surrender until we identify yourself and stuff like that. Identify you and all that.
Credentials.
You got credentials? And again, you are Professor Davian?
Davian Arter, yes. PhD, MCJK, yes. Award-winning author.
All right, so what's the MC in JK?
Any business?
Yeah, but he is an award-winning author. He does actually wear like his medal. He's got like a Pulitzer / Nobel / prize.
No, I don't wear
medal.
the medal. Come on. I'm
not. Come on.
I'm not tapping.
But you have it ready to like whip out. You like
absolutely
the case.
Yeah.
Award-winning professor. So tell us like a professor of what?
Linguistics, right? I mean, you've obviously read most of my papers. You know, idioms and colloquial vocabulary integration and universal language recognition algorithms, right?
What's he talking about, boss?
Sounds like a Zuckerberg to me.
Come on. Volani morphology and the Third Imperium legal codes of perspective. Come on.
He goes. Oh my God! And he gets back over to comms to Elector. He's like, we got to talk her. We got to talk her.
From what I'm hearing over the comms, he doesn't know any of the Eddas or the sagas. So yeah, I don't know if you kill him.
Oh my God!
So I'm sorry. Did you say you were rescued a few minutes ago?
More like stranded.
Oh no! It's what's her name? Said it.
Yeah, we're both
blue hair girl.
Yeah, her and I. What's her name again, Matt?
Thace.
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 Okay.
Yeah. Her name is Thace. It's one word, like Madonna, whatever. But it's just Thace.
Thace here has been the caretaker for these animals for quite some time, and through just some stroke of bad luck, I got caught, hitching a ride here, and I've sort of been stuck with them for a while. So, yeah, these folks haven't been treating these animals great, and I have some proof. I've been working on this, that there's some possible intelligent species here. So, I mean, legally speaking, there's some problems here.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't know if
I
you
mentioned
know.
an aside to Teledrift on a private channel. Is he talking about Cat Killer? I got questions.
I don't know who I'm talking
to. Nice. Yeah. He does mention, like you would mention, like ones you think there's being mistreated. Specifically, is this one? It's in like a large aquarium. It's floating along in this murky, dark water, murky, bluish, dark water. But it has like those fluorescent little dots along the sides, like you see there.
Isn't it a goa'uld?
Yeah, it's called an aircruel. It's about 60 meters long, so big, and it's just floating along. It's actually there are a pair of them. First you think it's just one, but there are two that are in there. And yeah, you're able to decipher like the phosphorant spots on the side of it. They flutter, and you're able to start deciphering it into a language, a very crude language, like you're working on it.
Not that I know that this guy in front of me is necessarily going to care. I'm going to start talking about that. I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
With this guy. I'll be like, yeah, it's fascinating. So these blinking lights on the sides of this, blah blah
Yeah,
blah. Blah,
walk
blah.
this way. Let's walk and talk. Come on.
Can I grab my gun real quick though?
I got it. You're good. I got
it.
it. I'll reach down so I can put it in my pocket.
I mean, it looks awfully heavy, and he looks awfully thin. You just take care of that for him.
I carry it for you. Like, hey, are these if we leave this cargo bay, are these animals going to be able to get out?
No. If you all are here as part of the local authorities, you should know that these should be in better care, especially the nosy ones.
But we need to arrange for transport. There's no way we're going to get these animals on the flyer that we brought out here.
This skiff.
So,
well, sure. We can make some extra trips. I mean, there are intelligent species here.
We can. We can arrange for a bigger skiff to come back out and haul the animals in. I just, we got to get back and let them know. So,
Matthew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we on an Imperial world or anybody else's world for that matter?
Remember, we're on like a truck stop in space, which is about 2 parsecs from the Imperium.
Okay, so no laws have been broken.
Technically.
Well, all right. No Imperial laws have been broken just because of location.
Yeah. So you're hearing like this really quiet buzzing sound, Cat Killer, and Telder, who's not here, and you see like these things like floating around, with like a really deep buzzing noise, almost like a hornet or a wasp. And they're very, very small. They're probably about like 3 or 4 centimeters in length, and they're buzzing all around the place. And you're kind of hand waving them and stuff like that. And Thrace is like, no, don't do that. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. Don't make any threatening jet. They don't like that. no big arm movements.
All right. Cat Killer's just going to carefully walk.
Sir, they're perfectly harmless. I'm afraid I didn't get your name. What exactly was your name again?
Steve.
Steve. Wonderful. Nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice.
I like that little hiccup there where you had to actually remember your name.
Or at least drop the Cat Killer part of it, right?
Yeah.
So there's all these crazy animals. You see a couple others in like full-on cages, like carny cages that are like rattling and hissing and stuff. It's really, just an odd assortment of characters. There's some that look like this, like basically like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, rattling in cages and stuff like that, and hissing and flicking its tongues out and hitting a couple of those little things. And as you look around in the cargo bay, like you think that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of those little tiny things, like all floating around in the air. You didn't notice them at first because they were so small, but now that they're coming into view, it's kind of like like a wasp or something like that. It gets into view. Now you're like, whoa, and you're looking around. It's like all these little fuzzy things all around in here, like little furry snowflakes just floating around.
What did Thrace call them again?
Those things, those are called Rutas. Now she's carrying like the monkey thing, the nibbin.
Yep.
She's carrying the nibbin in her arms.
Is it safe to bring that out here?
Oh, yeah. The nibbin's totally fine. Don't let it lick you though. Its tongue secretes a very toxic poison.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it lick you.
Jesus Christ. That killer just kind of rolls his eyes.
I mean, I've never
now
seen
we
it.
know the reason why we couldn't have vac suits.
Cheer as we roll on the train. But no, I mean, there's no reason why you can't like slap your helmet on. There's no reason why you can't. I'm not saying you can't, and it's probably like a really good idea to do that now. Like, once they mentioned the nibbin and the poison on the space monkey there, yeah, they're totally like zoom. The helmet comes down.
Yeah, air's kind of thin.
Eb and I also do this because I mean we've already had a misjump. What else could go wrong?
Yeah. He opens it up again, goes to blow one of those little things away, and slips it back down. And she's like, Thrace is like Thace is like. When we get back to wherever we're going to, like the spaceport or whatever, you're going to want to take a super hot shower, because chances are the little floaty things have probably laid eggs on you somewhere. So it likes dark, moist kind of crevices. So just saying.
Clean in there really good,
Matthew, I'm going to make an electronics roll, computer.
Got it.
I am going to close the door to the cargo hold from the bridge.
Okay. Roll it for me on a Bane, please. Roll me twice and pick the worst.
Okay. Do you want the 8 or the 10? I guess you want the 8.
I'll take the 8.
Yeah, I'm closing that door. I don't know how many have come out of the cargo hold yet, but we're going to keep that to a minimum.
Bring it to a minimum? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Are you taking them back out of the cargo hold, like up towards the bridge, or where are we going, Cat Killer?
We are going out of the cargo hold. We're going back up towards the bridge, because we're going to meet up with Alacrity and F.
Okay, so you got the door to shut. What else are you trying to do up on the bridge? Like, Ev's trying to get the computer to function, but she's getting nothing. Of course, there's no power, but she's trying to like do her thing with like getting her tablet to power.
Let's see if can I get her a boon if I roll an 8?
Yeah. Well, you'll basically trying to give her an effect, so you want to roll better than an 8.
Okay.
You're trying to do it like a task chain.
I got a 10.
10, so it gives her a +1. As far as task chains, as far as task chains go, it gives her a +1.
2.
If you rolled 5 or up, that would be a +2. Let's see. Let's get her going. She is not getting it. Like she's getting the power to come on, but it's like it's in code, and she's having a hard time cracking the code. She's not getting it.
Pretzels, you're better than this.
I know, right? I know. She's like,
I think that misjump like really shook her confidence. Like
it did. It did. Everybody was like doubting her math on the jump, and stuff like that. And she's having a hard time. She's having a hard time. It's not her best day. She got shot at already. Her new friend just died.
Who?
So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, she's having a bad day. But you guys are coming up on the, meeting them up on the bridge while you guys are trying to make the computers work. Alacrity and Ev. And Ev's, again, she's just not cracking the code. She's having a hard time with it. And so yeah, basically, they're bringing Cat Killer and Pedro are bringing up these two. Got any questions for them, Sir Alacrity, or anything you want to talk about with Pedro or Teledrift, rather?
How much are the animals worth?
Professor Davian? That would be an investigate.
All right. Ooh, I'm being asked this.
Mm-hmm.
You happen to be in the room. If you wish to provide an answer, that would be awesome.
I'm sorry, I haven't met everyone here. I want to make sure we have introductions first before I rolled a 10.
10? You rolled a 10 plus your education bonus was +2, I think.
Make it a 12, sorry, because I have a 2 in investigate and I have an education bonus, so it's 12. Sorry.
So the person asking you is the Knight of the Drinaxian Empire, Sir Alacrity.
Oh, okay. I apologize, sir. That sounds important, right?
Yeah, right. It totally sounds important.
But
Never mind the dirt on his overalls. Like, it's
right.
Ignore the blood.
So, and Sir Alacrity, make an investigation roll as well as you're looking over Professor Davian.
7, 8, 9. Modified by what?
Education.
9's good enough.
9's good enough. He smells like a citizen of the Imperium. I mean, he's just too clean. You're just like, he's definitely not a Trojan, person in the reaches like you guys. And you do know are within spitting distance of the Imperium. And you're like, he smells like Soleimani to me. You're definitely getting that feeling.
With a 12, what information does that give me as far as the presence of these animals? Not that I'm going to suggest this.
You remember your conversations with Thrace, and Thrace is like gone like really quiet. She's like sees like these guys, and it's registering to her. They're like, these guys aren't cops. They're fucking pirates. We're dead. We're so fucking dead.
Yeah, I get it.
You're not seeing this at all because this is like your first space adventure. And she's like, oh my god, she's like, but you remember her talking to you, and like a lot of these animals are very, very expensive, very rare, especially the nibbin in her arms.
Well, to the right government, to the right zoo or collection, these could be worth a pretty fee if they were looking for them. I think the bigger point here is that these poor animals were mistreated in many ways by these people, and we could, since we now have your help and the authorities' help, we could transport them to safer locations.
Exactly. Excuse me, Miss.
Face.
Yeah. How much are these animals worth?
And she's like, you want like a list, like a category? I can get that to you. And she's going through her pad and stuff like that. And she's giving you like she's going to shoot you like a list of, like wave it off to your PDA or whatever. And we're talking like easily 10 million credits worth of animals species in here.
Miss Thrace, are you currently unemployed?
I'm going to step in.
Yeah.
I'm stepping in here now. Let's talk about this for a second, sir. Mr. Alacrity, I want to make sure that everything's on the up and up here. You claim that you are the authorities. I just want to make sure that we're doing the right thing here. What does the price have to do with returning these animals to a safe location?
Everything. It always is about the price. Miss Thace, are you currently unemployed?
She says, well, I was the designated keeper for these creatures, and since the crew, I take it. Did they make it out okay?
No.
Unfortunately, they did not.
No, the crash just did them in.
I was afraid of that. Yeah, I'm unemployed.
Okay, Miss Stace, you are now employed. You are employed by the Thrainaxian Empire. King Oleg is now your boss. I will have you transporting these creatures to the menagerie, which is amazing. It's actually at a technological level above Imperium Maximum. You will love it there. Take some time getting used to, but I think you'll love it. Professor Davian.
Yes.
They're going to be in a habitat better than what they were in when they were born naturally.
Oh, good. Wonderful.
Professor Davian,
yes.
What do you do?
Well, I am a linguist by trade. I'm a field researcher, in fact. Again, have you read any of my papers? I've got some. I'm an award-winning
Let's say I
author.
haven't.
Okay. Well,
wow.
I'm for the time being, until we can get somewhere closer to Imperial space, I'm handy with a gun and I'm not too shabby on a computer.
Really?
Yes.
You're not too shabby on a computer.
That's correct.
Ev, my little pretzel darling. I have a solution.
And she hands over the keypad to you, and she's like, "Can you get us access to the bridge?"
Should be able to. I had access before.
So, you did. Yeah.
Yeah. So roll the computer.
Roll the computers. Add your education and your computer skill.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Where is this ship coming from? Where did you guys come from?
11.
Good question.
They came from non-stable orbit and straight into the ground.
They actually came from Thebes, which is a long way from. Yeah, you know Thebes, not Thebe. Thebes, not Thebe. Thebes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thebes. So that was like on the other side of it's not too far from where Ogma, remember the death cult that lived on like Ogma and Marduk and all them, Torpol, Clark, all that area of space. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like on the other side of that. So this thing apparently suffered a major misjump as well. Because that's like a long way from here.
So, Matt, I rolled an 11 total.
Nice. So, yeah. So, like, all the code that was on the screen with all kinds of weird, strange characters goes away. And then you got the SS Barnum, main option menu. Bloop. Just like it's supposed to.
I'm going to go ahead and show him the screen. Will this suffice, Mr. Alacrity?
It's Sir Alacrity, and yes, you have impressed me.
So, Professor Davian, you might want to look up your advocate skill as far as, because you're seeing these guys and you're like wondering about like salvage laws right now. I know. You're like, are these guys operating correctly?
Right. To that effect, I'm going to go ahead and pop open my personal computer real quick. It may also interest you to know I have some legal training and expertise as well, in addition to a pretty thorough grounding in not only imperial but some other far-flung sector laws, codes of laws and the like. So go ahead and roll it up.
Yeah, advocate roll, sir.
Right. So that's a 9, 11. Do I add the education to that as well?
Yes.
13.
Gotcha. So he's like quoting, the actual salvage laws and stuff like that for this sector from the book. And other than, straight murdering the crew outside, except for that, it was self-defense. It was self-defense. You can't argue that was self-defense because they fired first. You can lay claim to the remains of the ship and all its cargo. The only problem is these two crewers. Since they're still technically crew, they still have claim to all the assets of this ship.
Yeah, I'm sure I can convince them otherwise. Or shall I take self-defense further?
He's coming right at me.
Not that I'm a fighting man, but I care little for the ship itself. I'm more concerned and would be happy to speak on behalf of the remaining crew, looking at her and I. If you can promise transport for these creatures, I don't care one whit about the ship.
I can.
Excellent.
All right. Deal.
Excellent. So Teldra sounds like we were in agreement then. And Ev's like, whew, I was hoping we didn't have to shoot anybody else today. That's anyway.
How many people have you been shooting?
Well, there were a few.
Don't think too hard, Steve.
Just for your information, they attacked first. We only defended ourselves.
We're talking about since midnight, right?
Yeah, since midnight. In the past 16 hours. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh my God. But like your backsuit cams and stuff like that will back all that up.
If not, we have a computer guru now that will fix that.
I will fix that. No, it definitely, even like the cams on the skiff, it would definitely record that they fired first, and you were defending yourself and stuff like that. And you guys can choose to show that to Davian or Thrace and let them know or not. But that's entirely up to you how you want to do that. So
I got a question. Where was this ship going? We know it came from Thebes. It had a misjump. Where was your original heading?
They were going towards, and I'm trying to remember the jump capabilities of this ship. It is a jump 1, so not far. Its next location would have been Norcom, which is basically nowhere. It's got a Class D starport, but it was basically en route to. I want to say it was en route to Pandora, but it was going to take a long way to get there. Yeah.
Is any of the parts on this ship compatible with the parts on the?
I'm gonna go with no because it's a tech level 12 ship. Basically, to give you like the Reader's Digest version of how salvaging this ship is going to work. It's not gonna. Some very basic components would work, but a lot of it won't. Basically, you would have to hire a crew here, like on this planet, to strip it down because it could take like the better part of a month or so, to strip this thing down to the skeleton, sell it off. Pay part of that, pay the dismantling crew to do that, because you don't want to be stuck here a month. You don't even know where your friends are at. So you would do that, have them pull apart ship, rearrange somehow for these creatures to get back to Drinax. That would be a trick. That would be a trick. I don't think you can put all of them in the Dragnar. You probably have to hire out a couple other ships to do that. Which, fortunately, you're on a truck stop that you can do that.
That's easy. It's COD.
Exactly. Again, you can you're in a truck stop of a main route. There's a good chance that you can hire on a ship to go, hey, can you take some of these back for us?
And I know Oleg would love these.
Yeah, Oleg. Oh, he'd be all about that. There are some very exotic creatures in here, and that's all Oleg all the time. So I want to say like a third. You could probably salvage this for a third of the cost of the sub D. I don't know the salvage rules like the back of my hand, but
It's okay. They're gonna rewrite them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with like just because again the ship is mostly intact. The wings have been ripped off and the jump drive is inoperative, but most of the ship is still intact. So I'm gonna go with a good third of the actual cost of this vessel, which is still on the order of about 20 million credits. So not a bad haul. Of course, you got to pay for you're gonna have to pay for the crew to bring the animals back out. You're gonna have to pay for the salvage crew, kind of stuff like that. But you're probably gonna come out of this with the animals and salvaging this ship probably on the better side of 25 million credits.
A tidy sum, not as much as I wanted, but I will suffer it for
Better,
the fact that it was a misjump.
Better than a kick in the teeth, right? Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think I technically came out with more than I would have gotten from the treasure ship.
I mean, what you guys got away with? Oh no, dwarfs this, but yeah. But a large cut of that was going back to King Olab. And King Olab's going to be paying for most of this. A lot of that's going to be coming from King Olab to buy these animals and stuff like that.
You got it.
And then with the treasure haul that you guys got from the Martin II, you guys did secure the treaty, right?
I believe so. Yes.
The treaty. Yes, we did. I do have a
Yeah, because that's like the linchpin right there of the whole thing is the treaty. That's gonna be like, from him, it's gonna be like, well, what do you want? Basically that kind of a deal. So you're securing the vessel and stuff like that, and getting everything cataloged and stuff. Doing basically what you've been hired to do, and like figuring out how much you're going to salvage it, and you're getting the radio chatter back from Eric, the guy at the Travelers Aid Society, back on the starport. He's like, "Hey, we've got a salvage crew coming out there. Their ETA is about 4 hours. What are you looking at? What are we looking at, Fuel?"
All right. So is this where we got to do broker or something?
Yeah, basically.
What's Teledrift having broker? Sorry, Pedro. I had an ice cube in my mouth.
I don't know what a Teledrift broker is.
I think it was always Rick's character, and
I rolled a 10 on the dice. Pick a character and add the modifiers.
Does anybody have the broker skill?
I do not.
Here. Didn't think so.
Steve says no.
Steve is correct.
Got it. I am going to go with Pedro probably having at least a 0 in it, so that will work. So he's cutting the deals with them. Basically just coming up with the cost that I just talked about. He's the salvage crew is going to come out here and start working on it immediately. He was. You remember Eric was just going to work this out with you just for the fuel and repair. But thanks to Professor Davian, who introduced the salvage laws, you were here first. So, now that you guys are arguing that with Eric, he's like, oh, yeah.
It is actually it's part of the legal code called DIBS, and it's
It's named after Charles Dibbs.
Charles Dibbs, yes, he pioneered it.
Professor Davian doesn't realize that he works for me yet, but he does.
As long as I get paid and I get fed, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna reach over and tap Steve on the shoulder.
I keep collecting kittens that are like that. They just want to be fed. They just want to be fed.
Yes. I'm gonna tap my new coworker Steve on the shoulder and ask for my auto pistol back so I can holster it.
Oh, trust time. Does he get his pistol back?
Let's roll a deception.
Is there a safety on these weapons?
Yeah, there's a safety.
I got a 9 on deception. How do I feel about Mr. Davian?
I mean, he seems pretty straightforward. I think he hasn't lied to you guys, and he's definitely helped you out. Versus instead of just working it out for replacement parts and stuff like that, he's got you a pretty sweet deal, which. It was kind of a slip for you to not catch that and not argue for that with Eric at the beginning. So you're like, damn, I totally missed that. I feel bad. I need a guy like this to kind of back me up.
And that's
I give a nod to Kat.
All right, I'll make sure the safety's on. Hand it back.
What kind of pistol is it, by the way, David? What kind did you purchase?
It was straight out of the book. It was just an auto pistol. I picked up
Just an auto pistol. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Just it's fine. It's basically
I'm not going to let them know, but I've like almost never fired it. So
yeah, and we know that because now the cat killers, Steve's looked at it. Yeah, the safety's been off this whole time. It's been in your holster, safety off. Like, you get catch the trigger on something and shoot your foot off. But this whole time.
Cat killer's gonna show. So I'm gonna show you. This is the safety on. You want to keep it like that.
When you see the red dot, that's what that button. Yeah, when you see the red dot, it's ready to go. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
And I look at Professor Davian and go, Steve's vocabulary is not large. Very focused. Wise to listen.
I get it. It's very colloquial.
Is that a
Oh my god. Yeah, right. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We got a linguist dealing with someone that probably doesn't speak in syllables more than 2. So,
and if he does, he mispronounced it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think my intellect's a 6, and I got a 4 in my education. So,
you got a lot of learning.
Right above negatives, education is in negatives.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the captain's education's in negatives too. So.
Yeah, that's true. But you're like a wastelander, though. Victim of circumstance. Yeah, your captain's a wastelander. Yeah. Cat Killer Steve just dropped out of 5th grade. That's all it was to it.
Once I got bigger than the other kids, that's all I needed.
Exactly. You know what you learned?
I'm bigger.
I'm a fish out of water with my 13 education and my 9 intelligence. So yeah, I get it.
and 5 strength. You're 5 strength. But yeah, once Cat Killer Steve learned that he's good at killing and people needed killing and are willing to get paid to give killings, he's like, I'm good. I'm killing. That's all I do every day. He was teaching Captain Hoshner how to fight, like brawl fight. He's like, you just grab him and squeeze and choke him. You just squeeze. So you just grab him and squeeze. And the eyeballs pop out. That's all you do. It's really easy. People go for all that martial arts boobity boo, and I'm like, no, I just grab them and I squeeze. It helps again when you're 300 pounds of muscle.
Let's put it this way: he is the only individual in all the 10,000 worlds of the Imperium that can give his cat a pill.
There's a reason Hashna likes Cat Killer.
It's really good at one thing. But yeah. So the deal is struck. You can literally see like the light out of Eric Duran's eyes go down as he realizes he's just been completely screwed on this deal. Like he had you guys like over the barrel. He's like, but now he's like, fuck, now I've got all lawyered up and shit. I can't do nothing about it. So you guys are working out the deal on that. You're hiring out the crew. Now the thing is, where are we going from here?
I don't know. What's that Varger gonna do with the jump drive? And I'm not rolling this time. I'm not.
Let's let the new guy roll on this one.
I don't think he's got drive. He don't have drive. He's good at computers. He don't have drive.
No. He can roll for the Varger like I did.
Yeah.
Oh, let the new guy fuck us all. So let's say, but I mean, where are we going? Where are we planning to go? I guess is where I want to say.
Well, if we have animals, we're going to escort our animal ship.
Okay.
So whoever
We need like
hire.
a warehouse space or something, right? To keep him in.
No. We need a cargo ship to keep him in.
We need a
Whether
far
we
trader.
have to use the Sarvos, either a far trader or a some sort of safari ship, or even a subsidized liner. Not liner, merchant
Ship. Yeah.
Something with huge cargo that can keep all these friggin' little animals in. And then we're going back to Drinax. And we're 6 parsecs away.
What about the
three jumps
captain?
according to excuse me?
What about the captain? Weren't we supposed to go meet up with the captain?
The captain's either dead because they've run out of oxygen. It's going to be at least a week. Or the captain's going to meet us at Drinax.
All right.
I mean, you were supposed to bring the treasure and stuff back to Drinax. That was the plan, and the trader. I mean, King Olaf was so somehow. I'm guessing meeting back at Drinax is probably not the worst idea. You seriously doubt you're going to get there at the same time. Somebody's going to have to look for somebody,
But I honestly am thinking that all the modifications that Tony made need to be ripped out because look where we are.
Right? Right?
I'm going to actually ask exactly where are we, by the way? I never.
We're on. Where are we? Wildmount?
Yeah. Let me pull up Star Map again.
Yeah.
Wildman. And then get to where we gotta be. Okay, so you're here at Wildman. Drinax is here.
So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4,
3
5
jumps.
jumps. How
Well,
do you get 3 jumps?
1.
Remember,
one.
we're probably
Oh,
getting
yeah.
a jump to ship that we're riding
Yeah.
high guard on.
Yeah. 1. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. So like, look, 5, like 5 jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 5 jumps.
Now, how much of that you want us to make us go through, or how much you want to hand wave, I'll leave to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's going to be some fun stuff happening. As a matter of fact, that's going to be my cliffhanger for this game. So yeah, these like they were at Exy when the Martin II went down. So like even with like the cargo hauler, which I think was still a jump 2, wasn't it? I believe the cargo hauler was a jump 2.
It was.
So that's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you're 5 weeks out in jump if you do nothing but jump. It's 3 weeks out. So you imagine they're going to be waiting for you, depending
And
on
if
what's.
they're not, they're dead.
Yeah, if they're not, then they're dead. Like if you get there and they're not there, hopefully you get some information, or are going to have to backtrack to them, or do next mission. But yeah, so you're making those plans and deciding how to get back to Drinax and stuff like that. So you'll be jumping to Tanith, then again to Runasir, which you just left. Remember, that's where you misjumped from, was a Runasir. So that's going to be awkward. That's where the Martin II left, the treasure ship. So
They
that's.
don't know that yet.
They
They don't know that it's a burning hulk in space yet.
will by the time you get there. It's going to be about another 2 weeks out. They'll know.
Yeah, but we're going to be loaded with animals, not treasure ship shit.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
We got nothing to do with it. And what do? We got salvage.
Legally.
Legal.
Salvage.
Oh yeah, you could spend some time, getting that all done. You want to do your advocate role again for me? You start like drawing up all the paperwork and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Love
Absolutely.
To. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put me to work. That's right. 8.
8's good enough.
It's good enough. So yeah, you're getting the legal Zoom paperwork out.
Basic. Yeah. Basic.
Copy paste. I mean,
Right.
this isn't your expertise. You know where to search on LegalZoom.
Yeah,
Basically.
exactly. Yeah.
Which is more than the rest of my crew. So please.
Yeah. Pardon me. So you're asking you're putting out on like the truck stop, and there are like 4 or 5 other ships here, 5 other ships here at the truck stop in space of Wildman. But you're also you're putting out, hey, we're hiring, to haul live animals, blah 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 blah. We're going to Drinax, pay standard rates for cargo for animals, blah 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 blah. Are you paying better than standard rates to get like some? Are we paying standard rates, or what are we doing? How are we buttering
we're
up the
paying
fee?
better than standard rates because it's the Empire of Drinax.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm not losing any money on this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like
King Oleb needs to put out if he wants a zoo that is a menagerie to behold.
Nice.
Nobody's told the professor like that the menagerie is on a Arrakis type planet.
No.
Excuse me. The Empire of Drinax is way above that.
Literally,
I was like,
literally way above that.
it's a floating city above.
Yeah. Now, the fact that you come from the gutter,
Do I though?
Cat Killer doesn't. It can be argued that Cat Killer is not from Drinax, but it could be argued about Hashna. Yeah, there's so like you can read up on the library data about Drinax on the route there, Professor Davian, but it's like this planet was like a jewel of a planet. It was beautiful and run by this by king this noble line that basically like safeguarded this area of space between the Imperium and the Aslans. And they kept thumbing their nose at the Aslans, and finally the Aslans just got tired of it. And when we say it was about 200 years ago?
200 years ago.
Yeah, 200 years ago, the Aslans came in force and just laid waste to the planet. I mean, the whole planet is basically Fallout. The video game Fallout is just ruins and dust. And but they kept intact, never touched the floating city where all the high muckety nobles lived. They left that as punishment for them to like be able to like eternally float over the city and see how their planet was destroyed, like utterly destroyed by the
ask questions. We will explain how the Imperial allies never materialize. And everything that you have learned since high school on has been a lie.
So King Olaf has basically been rebuilding the empire, his version of the empire, the Drinaxian Empire. He's been largely doing it on credit, also by the fact that the floating city still possesses tech level 16 like super technology. So he's been floating a check on his rep and the technology, and it's
just to let you know, Imperial average is 12. They go up to 16 in rare places, but it's 12.
Right. Yeah. So he now it's time for him to either break out or fold. He's either going to recreate the empire, the Drinaxian Empire, or his line is done because basically markers are going to get called and stuff like that. And he's hired on this group of venture capitalists, I guess you want to say, to help expand his influence throughout this sector and get more people under the Drinaxian flag. Basically recalling again for old debts and like, hey, remember how awesome Drinax was? We can be awesome again, but we need your help. Is basically what these guys are.
So I need to do my own research. I need to make sure I'm only listening to you guys, and we're going to make Drinax great again, right? Is that what I'm understanding?
Make Drinax, yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah, because Captain Hashna has a hard on for killing King Olaf. Like she wants King Olaf dead like yesterday. She's working, and right now like it's so weird because like Captain Hashna's like King Olaf's favorite pet right now. Captain Hashna can do no wrong, and Betty's like I'm just waiting for a time to twist this knife in your kidney. I just need that one time.
Just wait for it.
and other stuff is going on around too. He has a daughter and a son. Daughter looks bears a passing resemblance to Captain Hashna, and they are really weird about each other. Like when they see each other, it's like this is weird, even though they don't know each other. It's like it's weird. They get a really weird vibe, and the son is like more cyborg than human. He had like a really bad accident. So there's a little bit of disparity amongst the offspring. So there's wheels within wheels in this thing going on, which you'll get introduced to over time.
Okay.
So you're sending out the fuels. You hire on another ship, like another far trader, to help you carry out this cargo, and they're like, hey, yeah, we were just like delivering like the mail, but we can totally set it aside for another ship to pick up. You know, and pay the fee for that and help you guys out because you know this is live cargo, perishable. You know, so they're working out the fees with you and stuff like that to get that done.
We have to divide all the animals up. They get the toxic monkeys and the bees.
Toxic monkeys and the bees. Yeah, so you're spending like the better part of a day while the Thrace while Thrace is basically getting those gathered back up again. Like they broke out of their containment cell during the crash. Fortunately, those were the only ones that broken out of their containment cells. So other than the whole egg laying thing, microscopic egg laying thing, but you can't see. Microscopic the eggs. You don't see them until they hatch.
Thank God all
yes.
pressures are run by
Shower.
Sonics.
You didn't get a sonic shower? That's probably the best idea. Yeah, so Cat Killer Steve's like,
He still has nightmares from when we rescued him from the station, doesn't he?
I know, right? Yeah. So Cat Killer Steve's like the crying game in the shower. I don't like his boss. This ain't cool.
I didn't sign up for this.
Nobody told me there'd be egg laying little bat eared things flying around. So it takes her the better part of a day to get those gathered back up. Probably another day to get everybody loaded up and ready to go. Over the course of that time, Professor, one guy approaches you like at the spaceport. You're probably like having like a meal or something like that in the spaceport. The iron skillet of the spaceport, which has a very fine roast beef au jus, I must say.
It does.
Really,
so much better than Bob Evans.
Really good, really good, and curly fries. Don't forget the curly fries.
Sure.
So you're eating there in like a elderly chap that looks a lot like Stanley. Basically. Looks a lot like Stanley. Approaches you and he says excuse me, I think you're with that other ship out there, the Dragnar. He says
Yes.
do you mind if I sit down?
Sure. What can I ask this is about?
He extends his hand. He says, I'm Professor Hot Bozzoni.
Oh, professor of?
Archaeology.
Oh, okay. Fascinating. Yeah. I do enjoy a little history myself. What brings you so far out here? I'm gonna motion. A little condescending.
He says, well, actually, I come from Fist, which if you see the traveler map, it's like right up there, top left corner. So I come from Fist in the Imperium. I was doing some research over the Trojan Reach area, and I understand that several of your companions currently are under contract for the King Olaf of Drinax. Is that correct?
That's my understanding. It is, yes.
So on some of my research that I've done on Fist, I've been able to find some. Well, I thought it was rumors at first, but it seems to be getting more and more backed up with some other stories about um, a what do you want to call it? I guess treasure, the treasure of Sindal. It's apparently this old abandoned station that holds a large amount of I guess ancient treasure from these stories that he says.
Right.
And I was actually trying to get passage to Drinax to go through some of their records and see if I can get any further stories about that, and see if I could present this to King Olaf as a thesis, maybe something that he might finance an expedition on.
Interesting. Yeah, I could actually bring that to the crew and the captain. I'm assuming that Sir Alacrity is the captain. Am I wrong in this?
You're totally wrong, but that's okay.
Okay.
He totally he totally
Yeah.
actually
He is not technically the captain of the Dragnar, but he is the commanding officer at the moment.
Got it.
Yeah. Technically, Teldriff, who was supposed to be playing in here, is the captain in Hashna's absence, but Sir Alacrity's going over with vocal majority.
Real quick, can I go ahead and make a history check? I am trained in it, so and I have my computer that's got some history as well. So my computer, I gave it a history program, Expert 2. So does that just add into the role as well?
Yeah.
5, 6, total of 8.
8 on history? Okay. So he brings out this, I want to say something about the size of a little bigger than a softball.
Okay.
Like a large grapefruit, something like that.
Yeah.
It's shiny metallic little orb, basically. And he's like, I came across this message globe, and I haven't been able to crack it yet. But I know, like, I could probably get the codes for it on Drinax, because if you see, it's stamped on here with the emblem of the Empire of Sindal, and looks like it came from. And he's looking at the map coordinates of the thing on it, the sector coordinates. It comes from like the world of Albe, Albe.
Okay. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Of course.
Investigate?
Sure.
Okay. Is that an intellect as well? So investigate and intellect, is that how that works?
It might be intellect or intelligence. Or, education.
I'm going to go with intellect on this one. You're trying to figure it out. You're not relying on knowledge.
Right. 10, 12, 13.
13. So like this thing is extremely old, and very fragile. And like tampering with this, like you're trying to break the code or anything like this, will cause like whatever data's on it to just poof. It needs the specific code.
Got it.
Like one time, don't fuck it up. Kind of a deal. So it's a mystery. It's like what's on it, what's in it, and he's like, I got a feeling like the only way I'm going to be able to find the code for this would be on Drinax.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, are you staying here locally? I'll get in touch with you after I talk with the crew.
He says, "Well, I was in the middle of different passages, but since I found out that you're like hiring people for Drinax, if I could, book passage on your ship or arrange something, with this message globe, that would be great."
Yeah, I don't want to speak. I don't know how we arrange that on this ship. I'm new to it myself, but I'll talk to the crew and we'll be in touch. All right.
Sounds good. And he gives you like his card,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm finishing up my meal and then heading back, and I like to find whoever's available, but I'm going to default to Sir Alacrity, so it seems to be the person I need to speak with. So.
Yeah. Okay, so you grab Sir Alacrity.
Knock, knock.
Hello. Oh,
Hey.
Professor Davian. What does JK stand for?
I'll let you know later.
Nice.
Just kidding.
That's gonna be a whole thing.
It
Sounds
is.
like a degree from Rowling, but anyway.
So I'm going to hand you the card. This Professor Bozzoni, he approached me while I was eating and had what appeared to be some sort of message globe from Alb, and mentioned something about the treasure of Zindal. He's requesting passage to Drinax and would like to come aboard because he believes he might be able to present this to the king. So,
Did you happen to look at this message globe?
I did. Mm-hmm.
And your viewpoint on said message globe?
It's authentic. It's very fragile, and I did not want to poke or prod further without more specialized equipment. There's a code.
So we need this guy to crack this open, but we need it to do it on Drinax.
He thinks that the information he's going to need is on Drinax.
And in your estimation, he's the expert on this?
It lines up with what I know, but I don't know a lot about the history.
Promise him nothing but a free ride, but we'll get him there.
All right. So, free ride? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
even feed him.
Okay. Shit, didn't know it was that easy. I got a magic globe. Give me a ride. Okay. All right.
Well,
Magic globe. I got a magic globe.
he's either going to provide treasure or he's going to face Olaf.
Okay. Understood.
Either way is entertaining.
All right.
So,
I'll reach out and invite him on board. So whenever we're due for departure, I don't want to make any assumptions. So.
got it. So, yeah, that's basically what's being laid around. Alacrity, are you saying this to the rest of the crew, or what are we doing? Relaying this
Saying
info?
exactly what? Oh, that we have a professor with a message globe?
Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly he has a key to treasure. He's going to present that to King Oleb. We already know what his entertainment is like. So he's either going to provide us with treasure or he's going to be very entertaining. Either way,
Okay.
it's another thing for the king. I'm sure he'll be happy.
He seems to be a generally happy guy.
Yeah.
As long as his happiness is found in others, I am content.
Nice. So, yeah, he did mention like the thing was stamped with like the sector codes for Albay.
All right, so where's Albay? Throw that up.
Yeah, you want to do some investigation, or I'm just going to give it to you.
If it's listed in whatever I can Google, yeah. If not, then get Ev on it.
Roll me that Google food in. Yeah.
I have a Google foo of 9.
9. So, oddly enough, even though it does say like it does like have like the Drinaxian symbol of of this on here. Albay is way the hell up here. Let me put that on here. So like if come on. So like if you see Drinax down here,
Holy cow!
Albay is all the way up here, and it is actually technically part of the Imperium. Now it's shifted into being part of the Imperium.
Okay. So I know I'm not going to be able to take that with the Dragnar. So yeah, we're going back to Drinax.
Yeah, it's a long way away. Yeah. Don't forget, like, you guys are currently at Wildman now.
Yeah. No, I know where we are.
Yeah. And you're gonna have to, like, do this kind of a deal to get to Drinax. And then figure out whatever's going to be on Drinax, and then if you decide to go to, I'm not saying you have to, but this thing is stamped as coming from or needing to be delivered to Albay. So that's out there for you. It's a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that and you still have to take like some routes, that are available on a jump too. Like you would have to go all the way out back. You would have to do like basically this number. I'm not even sure if that's doable. You would have to get like some external tanks and get out here. Come back to Thebe and go back out this way. Yeah.
Whatever we do is we don't let Tony pick up a wrench ever again in his life.
Oh my God! Right? We've already discussed that. Yeah.
We jumped 6 parsecs in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
It could have been much worse, though. To be fair, like it could have been.
I mean, honestly,
we could be dead. Yeah.
You could be.
We came down on the good side of dead.
You did.
I mean, if you notice so far, Professor Davian, Sir Lackery is really a pass-fail kind of guy. He's no. There's no.
I'm picking that up.
Picking up a real pass-fail vibe from Sir Lackery. Yeah.
Maybe I'll call it do or die. So that's what
it
means, right?
Yeah. So that's going to be my not like action cliffhanger, but informational cliffhanger for the end of this episode of Pirates of Drinax. We have a crumb on the trail to see what or if you got to do. There's still a lot of things open. Hopefully the rest of the crew is there. Back on Drinax waiting for you, and then seeing what this is going to be all about, or do something completely different. But let's close this up. Appreciate you guys playing. I know we had a very limited crew, but I had to get this moving forward. We still got a lot of material to cover on this.
Well, if you quit going to all them conventions,
I know,
knocked out.
I know. Trying to make this an actual career. How dare I? But yeah, I know. But I know.
What about all those fast food jobs that are opened up that nobody wants? You could
step
in.
I totally step in. I was literally looking at that too. I was like, I could just like do Uber Eats and probably do the same as I'm doing with these conventions, but it's not nearly as fun.
All right, I'll give you that.
There's a lot to be said for the entertainment value, especially when I did that pulp one. I did the Doc Savage one at Cobb, and
did you?
Oh, it was so fun. The guy who was playing Doc Savage was just. Oh, he was such a douche. He's playing such an awesome douche, like Doc Savage would, because like all the other heroes are like really good at one or two things. Like we had the Rocketeer, we had the Spider, who's basically a knockoff of the Shadow. We had the Invisible Scarlet O'Neil, the only character that actually had a superpower. Guess what it is? The Invisible Scarlet O'Neil. And then Miss Fury, and then Doc Savage. So they're all trying to uncover the death, who caused the death of their friend, the actual Shadow, Lamont Cranston, the Shadow, and they come across like his former aide, like in the alleyway, and trying to get information from him, basically like his Kato, and Kato's like Doc Savage has like been awesome this whole time because all his skills are like as good or better than any one characters in the game. He's got like a litany of skills that he's just awesome at. And like the guy who's playing Tarzan's like, you can like climb better than I can, and I'm Tarzan.
If you're wondering why I'm so aggravated, Matthew ran this for myself and my friends back in North Carolina. And Doc Savage has like 75 in like 10 skills. And then he's got a bunch of other skills. I played Doc Savage. I was the one stuck with Doc Savage, per my friends. The entire 4-hour game, I never made a successful roll.
All of his rolls were like 85 and up. Every one of them. Like
I crit failed like 3 times, but like I never made a successful roll.
Like all of them tanked. So, but this guy, like, he's making the rolls left and right, and just complete. I mean, and we're playing. Like the players weren't actually pissed, but they're like, "Oh my God, here comes Doc Savage to save us!" The characters are having a blast with it, and it literally is how it happened because like Kato was whooping like all of their asses in his alleyway. Doc Savage was like around the corner, like covering like the exit, And then, like, he hears them all, like, I mean, they were getting trashed by Kato. And I'm like, they could not buy a hit, and he was, like, popping all of them. And Doc Savage, like, hears the combat, like, about the second round in, and comes in, like, at the end of the third round of combat. And I'm like, I have, like, all of these dudes. There's, like, 5 other characters. I have all of them on the ropes with one guy. And, like, Doc Savage comes in for his hit, and it was like an ought too. He just like, I was like, he literally just, it's like he flew in with his fist, just flew in and like crashed this guy's jaw. Teeth goes out the other way, and he just drops him like, third period French. I mean, just gone. One hit, done. And everybody's like, and Doc Savage's like, it's just one guy. And they're like flying to the next location in Doc Savage's auto gyro. And he's like, Did you see that hit? It's like the sun, like the clouds parted and the sun came down and shone down where like my right cross of heaven just shattered this dude's jaw. And they're like, no, Doc Savage, we didn't see that. It was incredible. Everybody just played their games up to the hilt. It was really, really, really well done. I loved it. I loved how the players could like take a back seat, let Doc Savage shine, and then when their time came, they really ramped it up too. So that it went really, really well. I loved that. It was super cool. Had a lot of fun running games. We watched a really, really bad B movie called She. Has anybody ever watched
God.
She?